Super excited to be on the show once again. This is Omobola Stephen, and I'm the host, Omobola Stephen. On the show, we like to explore topics on self-improvement and personal development because we've come to realize with the passage of time how important personal development and self-improvement is, especially looking at how we can really transform our life from where it was to where it needs to be, providing disruptive mindset conversations that is going to move you exactly to where you need to be in life. At the end of the day, having a transformed life set, and also skill set, gift set, and also a fulfilling life at the end of the day. This is show I have Sally Gimon, who is a real estate investor. Now we'll be talking much more about real estate and also investment opportunities, and so much more about taxes. Hi, Sally Gimon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you interviewing me for your podcast. Thank you.
Thanks for joining me, Sally. I'm really super excited to have you on the show. I know how important this topic is, especially to the audience in the US and across the globe. So how do you find yourself in real estate for some?
Quite frankly, back in October 2018, I was working as a Medicare broker. My oldest nephew got married. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and my oldest nephew got married in Charlotte. My parents, who were living in Goodyear, Arizona, about 20 miles west of Phoenix, drove cross country for the wedding. My mom got sick. She got septic or blood poisoning and was on a ventilator for 13 months, in a hospital for 15 months. She got better, thank God. The first week of December, a letter that was 27 pages thick was my mom's Medicare statement, because my mom at the time was 82 years old. 1 month in the hospital was $72,000. My dad, who was a retired military, everything was being paid for, but I'm standing in my mom and dad's kitchen. I have a mortgage. I have 2 car loans because my 3-week-old brand new car, driving to work one morning at 7:30 in the morning, a person ran a red light, T-boned me, and had no insurance. So I had 2 car payments, I had student loan payments, and I had credit card debt. Right there in my mom and dad's kitchen, I called my friend Glenn, who had invited me to a real estate meeting, and he said, next Saturday, we're going to have a Christmas potluck. Get a $5 gift and bring some food. I don't know about you, but going into a party where you don't know anybody, a little bit scary. Best decision of my life. In 2029, still working full-time as a Medicare broker, I wholesaled 7 properties nationwide, paid off all my debt. Woohoo! I'm a rock star. And then my CPA called me and said, you need to come into the office. I go into his office and he tells me I owe the US federal government $79,000 in short-term capital gains. That's what happens when you wholesale something. I was flabbergasted. I'm like, what am I going to do? I knew a little bit about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office. It's 7 generations old and has 400 people in under the same EIN. I figured if the Rockefellers can do this, why can't I do this? It took me 5 months to find the law firm, the private law firm that sells the trust. I started both my business trust and my beneficial trust September of 2000. And in 3 years, I have saved over 6 figures in federal taxes. I teach this in my real estate group, and now I'm helping US business owners and 1099 income earners save taxes too, because this is not taught in schools.
Oh, really? Now, talking about the US citizens, you teach Americans how to save money easily. Sally, how do you do this?
I do public speaking. I also do, I'm on TikTok quite often, and I'm on Facebook. I have several agreements with some Facebook posts where we're doing different conversations to help people find out about this. Right now, you're in England. This does come from England, way back when King Henry VIII, the famous king for chopping off his wives' heads, he started the Church of England. It's contract law, and there should be something in all of England, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. I'm just not an expert in those areas, but hopefully you can try to find out about the Spendthrift Trust there too.
Right. So now, Sally, you have researched how the rich paid so little in taxes. Tell me about this discovery.
Correct. My first property that I had in the trust was I bought it for $20,000, bank-owned property that was going to go to auction for $50,000. I knew my taxes in 2019 went from 22% up to 24%. So I knew I'd have to pay $7,110 on that $30,000 spread. When it finally went to auction, August 21st of 2021, it went all the way up to over $64,000. Yay, Sally. Didn't lift a hammer, made some great money. On that one property, I saved $10,353 in capital gains, and I just reused that money and invested it into more real estate and make my little empire grow a little bit more bigger and bigger each year, if that makes sense.
Sure. So now, what is it about this Spendthrift trust fund that is different from a family trust? You'd like to share with my audience, please?
Correct. Here in the United States, 97% of all trusts sold every year are what's called a family trust. This is what my mom and dad had. This is what Susie Orman talks about on PBS television. The only thing the family trust does is avoid going through probate. This is not your mom and dad's trust. This is what the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, O.J. Simpson, Robin Williams, the super rich people have. With this trust, it's going to save you in 4 very important ways. Federal taxes, generation after generation. Keep your information private. You'll pay no judgments if you get sued, and you won't have to do the Corporate Transparency Act paperwork for the Treasury Department. And you'll never have to pay the taxes back. It's a contract. So if Congress changes the tax code, 643B, if they change that code, I can't sell any more trusts, but I'll continue saving taxes year after year and pass it on to all my beneficiaries.
Sally, you just explained to my audience the beautiful side or the good side of Spendthrift trust. How about the disadvantages? Are there any?
Correct. It's the full title, just so you have it, it's irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor, spendthrift trust. And just to give you an example, a new client of mine who's an insurance agent in Texas, his wife called me. She's working full-time, 40 hours a week as a W-2 employee. I can't help people with W-2 income, but her husband's an independent insurance agent. What we're doing is we're taking his insurance agency out of their personal taxes, because this Spendthrift Trust does a 1041 tax return. So we're going to drop their taxes from 32% tax rate down to 12% tax rate, and then save him 90% on his federal income taxes. So just the first year alone, he and his wife are going to save $161,760 every year after year after year. That's their money. They can do whatever they want. They can pay off their mortgage. They can buy a new car. They can go on a family vacation. They can save for retirement. They can give to a charity. He cannot hire a VA to start working. His wife wants to quit her full-time job and be a stay-at-home mom. I wish her luck. I think she should do that.
All right, now tell me about the Corporate Transparency Act that's just been issued from the Treasury Department in the US.
Correct. Unfortunately, this just started January 1st. A lot of people have not heard about it. The Treasury Department is part of the Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2020. Any established LLC, doing business as, or corporation has until January 1st of 2025 to do the paperwork for the Treasury Department. If you start a new LLC, doing business as, or corporation in the United States in 2024, you have 90 days or 3 months to do the paperwork. If you don't do this paperwork, you will be fined $10,000 and or 2 years in jail for not doing paperwork. And you know what the Treasury Department's asking for. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but they want a lot of information, like my driver's license number, my passport number, my LLC number, my I don't want to give this information to the Treasury Department because I don't know who's going to be. Hackers will get to it. That's what's a little bit scary, and then they can share it with all sorts of other federal agencies. So again, if you get either the business trust or the beneficial trust, you are saved from doing this. One of my new clients, because he came to my monthly meeting, He's a real estate investor. He has 44 LLCs. He would have to do the paperwork 44 times. I just saved him a massive headache because he's now in a beneficial spendthrift trust, and we're going to save him over $136,000 a year in taxes. I mean, that's six figures. That's more than most people make in 10 years.
Sally, thanks for sharing that with my audience. So how does a Spendthrift trust differ from an asset protection trust?
Exactly. The Benson Financial Trust, what I sell, has been around for 75 years. Paul Benson was a Harvard law professor. He wrote this trust and then started the law firm 75 years ago. The Benson Financial Trust has never been audited, so they can give you a certification saying that they'll defend you free of charge, because it doesn't happen.
Sally, do you have any exciting news in the pipeline or any projects you'd like to share with my audience?
Correct. Just to give you an idea, for me personally, I just won an upset bid here in North Carolina, a tax lien, where I'm going to do seller financing on the house. You know, where unfortunately our interest rates have gone a little bit high, and it's hard to get a mortgage right now. So I put it on Facebook, Facebook Marketplace. The family that's moving in are putting $20,000 down and paying $1,500 a month for the next 2 years. So all this money is going to go towards to help them get their mortgage in 2 years. With my beneficial spendthrift trust, I'm going to save over $56,430 in interest income. I mean, I want people to understand this is legal. If someone would like to find out how much money they can save, they can set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. When they set up a meeting, I take them out to a free website called NerdWallet. I show them the formula. I send them 3 articles from Forbes magazine. I send them 2 pages of case law. I give them all this information so they can make the right decision for themselves, because most people are like, this sounds too good to be true. They're living in, they can't believe they can save so much money.
Right. Thanks so much, Sally Gimon, for sharing your insight on the show today. I'd like to share any parting word with my audience, and I would also like you to share your website and your social media platforms to reach out.
I appreciate that. My website is www.thetrustisuYOU.com. You can get a free download a video to watch on your cell phone or on your computer, and you can set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me, because I want to help as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and United States investors save taxes just like the rich do.
So great news you have here, Sally Gimon. I wish you best of luck in this assignment that you embark upon, and also the project you embark upon.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you for letting me talk to your audience. I really do appreciate that.
Sure, do appreciate your time also, and share your insight on today's show, especially talking about how you teach Americans how to save money easily, and also how the rich pay so little in taxes. You've really shared so much insights to my audience on today. Wish you best of luck once again. Now, if you'd like to catch up with any missed episodes of the show, you can do so on any cross promotion platforms or any distribution platforms you bump into online, and you have an amazing time as you listen to experts, thought leaders, professionals share their insights on topics and subjects on the personal development and self-improvement. Omobola, I need to stay safe always. I talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.